Hello and a huge welcome back to Money Talks, the cozy little corner of the internet where we make money simple, stress-free, and maybe even a little bit fun. Okay, let me ask you something. Does this sound familiar? Payday hits your account and suddenly you feel like a superstar. You've got plans, dinner with friends, that cute jacket you've been eyeing, a few new subscriptions, but then you blink and it's the end of the month. You look at your bank account and it's like, where did it all go? It's as if your money grew wings and just flew away. You tell yourself, next month I'll definitely save, but the cycle just seems to repeat itself. Well, today we are going to break that cycle for good. We're going on an exciting mission, one that might sound a little wild at first, but I promise you it's totally achievable. Our mission, should you choose to accept it, is to turn a simple $30 a month into your first $3,000. I can almost hear you thinking, come on, 30 bucks? How is that supposed to turn into thousands? Or that must take forever. But hang on, because I'm here to tell you that it is absolutely 100% possible. Think of that $30 a month as a tiny seed. It might not look like much, but if you plant it in the right place and know how to take care of it, it can grow into something truly amazing. So today, I'm sharing the not-so-secret secrets to making this happen. If you're ready to build your very first $3,000 and start your journey to financial confidence, let's dive right in. All right, let's tackle the first and most important step of all. Seriously, this is the big one. Because before we can get into any fancy strategies, we have to build the foundation. And that foundation is the habit of saving. It's like building a house, right? If your foundation isn't solid, the whole thing can come tumbling down. Your savings goal is the same. If your mindset isn't strong, it's easy to give up when things get tempting. So, how do we build this rock-solid habit? I've got 3 little magic spells for you. Magic spell number 1, flip the money equation. Most of us live our lives by this equation. Income minus expenses equals savings. We get our paycheck, we pay our rent, buy groceries, go out for coffee, shop a little, and then at the end of the month, we plan to save whatever is left over. The only problem is, life happens. Unexpected costs pop up, and more often than not, what's left over is, well, zero. Today, we're going to start thinking like a millionaire in training. We're flipping that equation on its head. From now on, our new equation is income minus savings equals expenses. You heard me right. We are going to pay ourselves first. The moment that paycheck notification dings on your phone, I want you to become a financial warrior. Your first move, before you do anything else, is to transfer that $30, our champion for this mission, into a completely separate savings account. An account you won't touch. In fact, it's even better if you open an account that doesn't have a debit card attached to it. Give it a powerful name, like My First 3K Fund or My Future Freedom Fund. This one simple action guarantees you've saved for the month. The money that's left over is what you have for everything else. Magic spell number 2, give your goal a soul. Saving money without a clear goal is like running a marathon with no finish line. You just run and run until you get tired and want to quit. That's why we need to give our $3,000 goal a purpose, a soul. Ask yourself, why do I want this money? What will it do for me? Everyone's answer will be different. For some, it might be an emergency fund that lets you sleep better at night, knowing you're covered if something unexpected happens. For others, it could be the down payment on your very first car. Or maybe it's for that dream trip to Italy you've always wanted to take with your best friend. It could even be the startup cash for that side hustle you've been dreaming about, like a baking business or a graphic design service. Once you have that clear, exciting goal, something magical happens. Every time you're tempted to splurge on something you don't really need, that picture of the Colosseum or your dream car will pop into your head. It gives you the power to say, nope, my goal is more important. Try finding a picture that represents your goal and set it as your phone's lock screen. It's an amazing motivator. Okay, our final spell is to start tracking your spending. Now, don't roll your eyes at me. I know it can sound like a chore, but these days it's never been easier. There are so many amazing and simple apps that make it take less than a minute a day. Think of it like getting an X-ray of your wallet. For the first time, you'll see exactly where your money is going. You'll have those aha moments like, wow, I had no idea I was spending that much on takeout. Or, oh, so that's what my daily coffee habit cost me over a month. Seeing the actual numbers helps you understand your own habits. From there, you can easily find places to cut back just a little, making that $30 savings goal feel completely effortless, not like a sacrifice. So, how are we feeling about our 3 magic spells? Let's recap them real quick. 1, pay yourself first by flipping the equation. 2, give your goal a soul by knowing your why. And 3, become a spending detective by tracking your spending. Master these 3, and you've basically built a fortress against being broke. In the first part, we armed ourselves with those 3 amazing magic spells, right? We learned to pay ourselves first, give our goal a soul, and become a spending detective. I have a feeling some of you have already moved that first $30 into its special new home, and if so, you are amazing. Give yourself a little pat on the back. Okay, so the next big question is, where exactly is this special new home? I mean, hiding cash under the mattress or in a piggy bank might feel safe, but it's just gonna sit there, not growing at all. And even if we put it in a standard savings account at a regular bank, the interest you earn is, let's be honest, barely enough to buy a coffee once a year. So, in this section, we're going to level up our mission. We are going to find a beautiful, warm home for our money. We're moving our savings out of that tiny, cramped room, the basic savings account, and into a wonderful new house where it has plenty of space to grow. And this new house has a very cool name: investing. Now, before you hear that word and think, whoa, Molly, that's not for me, just hang on a second. Investing isn't some scary, complicated thing reserved for rich people in fancy suits anymore. These days, regular people like you and me can become investors with just a small amount of money. So today, I've picked out 3 fantastic new homes for our money, and they are all perfect for beginners. Home number 1, the high security condo. For anyone who is just starting out and feeling a little nervous about risk, this is your perfect first step. I want you to look into a high-yield savings account or a certificate of deposit, a CD. Think of these like a super secure condo building with 24/7 security. Your original money is always safe. The best part is, these accounts offer much, much higher interest rates than a typical savings account. A CD, for example, is where you agree to leave your money in the account for a set amount of time, say 1 or 2 years, and in exchange, the bank gives you an even better guaranteed interest rate. It's the simplest way to build discipline and get a better return on your savings without any of the market jitters. Home number 2, the professionally managed community, my top pick. All right, this next home is the one I'm personally the most excited about for you. It's called a mutual fund. Now, here's the easiest way to think about it. Imagine you and your neighbors all want to build a beautiful community garden, but none of you are expert gardeners. So you all decide to chip in a little money and hire a professional landscaper to design, plant, and take care of the entire garden for you. That's exactly what a mutual fund is. Your $30 a month gets pooled together with money from thousands of other people, creating one giant fund. Then a professional, called a fund manager, takes that big pool of money and invests it for you in all sorts of different things, like stocks or bonds, with the goal of making it grow. And the best way to do this is with a technique called DCA, or dollar cost averaging. It sounds fancy, but it's incredibly simple. It just means you invest the same amount of money automatically on the same day every single month, just like your Netflix or Spotify subscription. You set up an automatic transfer of your $30 and it handles the rest. This strategy is brilliant because it takes all the guesswork and stress out of it. You don't have to worry about when to buy. You just keep investing consistently. Home number 3, the all-star neighborhood. So, if you decide to go with a mutual fund, which type should you start with? For a true beginner, I highly recommend looking at an index fund. An index fund is like deciding to buy a small piece of every single house in the best, most successful neighborhood in the city. Instead of trying to pick the one house that might go up in value, you're betting on the success of the entire neighborhood as a whole. For example, an S&P 500 index fund invests your money into 500 of the largest and most successful companies in the US. You're not putting all your hopes on one single company. You're growing your money right alongside the entire economy. It's wonderfully diversified, and the fees are usually super low, which makes it a fantastic, time-tested starting point for new investors. See? Finding a home for your money isn't nearly as scary as it sounds. You have options, from a secure condo to a thriving neighborhood, and you can choose whatever feels right for you. Okay, so now we know how to save, and we know where to put our money to help it grow. The final million-dollar question, or I guess $3,000 question, is how long will it actually take for our $30 a month to march all the way to that finish line? I'm going to lay out the roadmap and show you exactly what that journey looks like. Okay, everyone. We have arrived at the final section, the moment of truth you've all been waiting for. We've prepared our mindset, we've built our savings habit, and we've chosen a beautiful new home for our money. So now, for the biggest question of all, how long does this journey actually take? How long until we cross that glorious $3,000 finish line? To make it super clear, I'm going to lay out 2 different roadmaps for you. This will show you just how magical the power of choosing the right home for your money can be. Roadmap number 1, the slow and steady scenic route. This first path is what happens when we take our $30 a month and put it into a standard savings account. Let's say we earn about 0.5% in interest per year, which is pretty typical. Now, this route is incredibly safe. Your money is protected, and you can sleep soundly knowing it's not going anywhere. But this path also requires a lot of patience, a lot of it. To save up $3,000, it would take you 100 months. That's about 8 years and 4 months. The little bit of interest you earn along the way would barely be enough to treat yourself to a nice dinner to celebrate. Roadmap number 2, the express lane to your goal. Now for the second path. This is what happens when we take our $30 a month and consistently invest it into a mutual fund using that DCA method we talked about. For this example, let's assume a conservative average return of about 8% per year, which is a very realistic historical average for a good index fund over the long term. So if we hop into the express lane, how long do you think it will take? Any guesses? The answer is you would reach your $3,000 goal in approximately 6 years and 8 months. Did you catch that? We reached our goal almost 2 full years faster. And that's while saving the exact same amount of money, just $30 a month. So what is this magic that makes such a huge difference? The secret is a beautiful, powerful force called compound interest, or what I like to call the wealth snowball effect. Picture this. Your initial $30 is like a small snowball. When you invest it and it earns a return, that return gets added to your original money, making this snowball a little bigger. The next month, you add another $30, and that whole, slightly bigger snowball earns another return, making it even bigger. The interest you earn doesn't just sit there. It starts earning its own interest. The longer you let that snowball roll, the bigger and faster it grows. It's truly one of the most incredible forces in finance. And that, my friends, is the secret to how $30 can become thousands faster than you think. The most important thing is to choose the path that feels right for you. If you're brand new and feeling nervous, there is nothing wrong with starting on the scenic route to build confidence. You can always switch to the express lane when you feel ready. There is no right or wrong path. only the path that is right for you. So, what did we learn today on our mission to turn $30 into $3,000? When you boil it all down, the secret to this journey doesn't depend on having a ton of money to start with. It all comes down to two simple but powerful things. First, the consistency to save regularly, no matter what. And second, the knowledge to put that money in a place where it can truly work for you and grow. Saving $30 a month is not a get-rich-quick scheme. It won't change your life overnight. What it will do is build the strongest possible foundation for your financial future. It's you telling yourself, I've got this. I can take care of my future. It's a small act of pride each month that slowly builds into a mountain of confidence over time. I want you to see this as a beautiful, exciting starting point. I want to challenge you to just begin. The next time you get paid, before you do anything else, make that first $30 transfer into its special new home. I promise you, one day you will look back and be so incredibly grateful to the person you are today for taking that first small step. That's all the time we have for today here on Money Talks. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and sharing your time. I hope you're leaving today feeling inspired and empowered to start building your very first savings goal. Come back and join me next time for more simple, real-world money advice. Until then, take care and happy saving.